Hello, friends. It's me, Christiana Gaudet, your Tarot Fairy Godmother, here for the last live stream reading session of the year. Can you believe it? And I'm reading through some of your messages. I'm reading through some of your messages. And I don't know if I'll get through this broadcast without crying or not, because y'all are being very sweet. I do want to let you know we're doing things a little differently today. I actually have the pleasure of having IT John in the studio with me. So he is running the camera. So when you see us going to the StaarCon image or card camera, whatever, it's not my hands doing it. IT John is doing it. So this broadcast is in his control. All right. We're so happy to have him. All right, so I see all of your questions. I do want to start, first of all, just by saying thank you. Thank you for a fabulous year. Special shout out, of course, to the members, the moderators, to everyone. And I want to say thank you to some people for your gifts today. Melissa Grosso, thank you for being a member. And thank you so much for your generous super sticker. I really appreciate it. And your kind words. Thank you for a year of weekly readings I always look forward to. Your tarot insights are always heartfelt and filled with humor and love. You have built a beautiful tarot community. As I said, I'm not sure I'm going to get through this without crying, but thank you so much for that. And thank you for being part of what makes this a beautiful community. Yes, it's my name and my face here, but y'all are the community. And so thank you for all of that. I also want to say a huge thank you to Laura T. Laura, thank you. Thank you for being the giver of many gifts to me over the past couple of years. Thank you for being a member, and thank you for the generous super sticker. Really, really appreciate it. And I do want to remind you all, we will have Global Tarot Circle next week. So looking forward to seeing that as we kick off a new year together. All right. Oh, Gina Mnuchin, thank you. Thank you for being a member. And oh my gosh, so generous. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for the generous super sticker. Lisa Harmon, thank you for being a member, and thank you for the generous super sticker. Really, really appreciate that. Let's get going with some readings. So happy to see all of you. I will take these in the order in which I see them. And as usual, if I accidentally skip you, it's not intentional. So please do let me know. And we're going to start off with Liz Harrison. Liz, thank you for being a member. We appreciate you. I'm just getting shuffled right here. Oh my goodness, Gianna, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for the super chat. All right, I think it's time for a card cam. There we are. Thank you. Did I do that myself? I didn't. All right, here we go. From Liz Harrison. Good morning. Good morning to you. I'm taking my husband to Phoenix for his birthday. Lucky husband. Next week. Happy birthday. Then in February, we'll be traveling every single weekend for each of our kids' soccer tournaments in different locations. All right. How will we all do with this crazy schedule? And is there anything that would be helpful to know? And you can see I am using, my favorite deck, Wiser Tarot. This is the very first Wiser Tarot. It was a gift from Ben, Libra Does Tarot. And I can't use it publicly anymore. Well, I guess I am being public right now. But I can't use it for private readings because it's pretty beat up. But I have fun using it for you. All right, so this crazy schedule, which really honors all the members of your family, each in their own way, it's a lot. But, and you have 4 kids, don't you? That's my guess, 4 kids, right? Expect the unexpected when it comes to weather, when it comes to scheduling, when it comes to traffic. Expect the unexpected, give extra time, do all of those things. I cannot imagine that every single one of these trips will go smoothly, so plan for that. How will it all go? Like at the end of this, how will everyone feel? I would say you will be super tired. Like, this is the thing. This honors everyone, and I think you're going to have fun on all of these trips. But I also feel like this is primarily your labor. You will be creating this for the different family members. So expect the unexpected, prepare for the unexpected. I know you know how to do that. And maybe most importantly, good self-care for you, because the person this is going to be hardest on is you. But I think it'll go well. Absolutely. All right. Next up is Julie. Any advice from gods and goddesses who appear in my dreams about my goals and academics? Please, thank you. Wish you all a Happy New Year. Well, thank you, and Happy New Year to you, and of course to everyone. Y'all heard my rant. If you're a member, you heard my rant during our members-only New Year live stream, where I expressed the idea that when we say Happy New Year, we are involved in a global magical act. We are all doing magic together to create a better year. And so it is with that I say Happy New Year to all of you. All right, so Julie, your goals and your academics specifically here. Well, the advice is this. I feel like there has been something that has not gone the way you wanted. Maybe it was a class that did not go well. Maybe you didn't get the grade you thought you should get. Maybe there is something about career that hasn't gone the way you would like. Do not let that get in the way. There are no success, like all success is built somehow on failure, right? So your success comes from when things don't go your way, learn from it, honor it, don't feel badly about it, just keep the heck on going and be willing to be busy, but you will ultimately be successful if you do it this way. So go for it. Oh, here we go. Trey, I'm on it. I am so on it. As soon as you say controversial, I'm like, oh, yes. Here we go. Trey Cameron, thank you for being a member. We really appreciate you. This is very controversial and divisive. So I just want to say, if you prefer not to read on it, I fully understand. Oh, I'm all about it, Trey. Was Michael Jackson guilty of at least some of those unspeakable accusations? Or was it truly just an elaborate money grab? I'm personally on the fence with it. And I mean, no one loves Michael Jackson more than me. But although the version of Michael Jackson that I love best was, like, I love the Jackson 5. I still listen to the Jackson 5. Although I honor the King of Pop as well and was certainly saddened by the accusations and saddened by his death. I've never done a reading on this. And I think I'm going to say this. And this is probably just my opinion. Maybe it's psychic, I don't know. But a person who, from the time they're 5, is performing in front of international audiences, and a person whose cuteness and youth was so fetishized in a way. I mean, that's why all the plastic surgery later on, I believe. So if he was guilty of it, I'm going to say the real culprits there are the people who made him what he was. I'm just going to say that. All right. Right. And Trey's with me here. Jackson 5 was great. Oh my gosh. Yes. I probably still listen to him at least once a week. And he had a hard life for sure. But let's see. Was he guilty of the things he was accused of? I will tell you for sure, there was never an intention to hurt. There was never an intention to victimize. There was never an intention to hurt. Might he have done those things? Of course. And again, I'm not making excuses, and I'm not in any way suggesting that there is ever a reason that these things would be okay. But I do want to say, this is not a person trying to victimize someone. This is a person deeply trying to find love and satisfaction where there was no way for that to happen. So a situation where everyone loses, but I guess we got some great music, I guess. All right, so there's that. Oh my goodness gracious, Diana Price, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. One of my earliest memories is roller skating around the basement. Why do I not have a basement that one could roller skate in? How I missed something in the game of life here, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, skating around the basement to Dancing Machine. Oh my gosh, I can just see it. That's great. That is a great image. All right. So Trey, yeah, I mean, I'm on the fence with it too, in that I do think that there could have been some money grab people. But I also feel like, you know, there's probably reasons those accusations happened. There probably was truth behind it. And I have all sympathy for the victims of this. And I feel like Michael was one of the victims. So there you go. Melissa, so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thank you for the super sticker. You're up next. I just have to comment on this though. Diana, a big circle with a fireplace in the middle? I want this. Why don't I have this? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And Nalini, good to see you. Still listen to MJ, of course. Good music, sad stuff. There it is. There it is. I will say, there are other public people, celebrities that have been accused of heinous things that I don't have the same sympathy for. I will say that. All right, so here we go. Melissa, thanks for your patience. And thanks for using members-only emojis. Oh, I've found myself crying nonstop these past few days. Not sure if it's loneliness, PMS, depression, or a mixture of all things. So my inarticulate question is, WTF is up with me? I understand. I understand. All right, so what's up with Melissa? Let's see what we see. There is some core level insecurity here. I mean, I think it's a lot of things. Mercury retrograde, let's throw that in there too. New Year's, holidays, and the fact that while you have created many good things in your life, you have a lot of insecurity because of the pieces that are still missing. And it is all part of your healing process. Like, I don't feel like there's something super wrong with you. And I do feel like PMS is part of it. I feel like Mercury retrograde is part of it, you know, all of that. But I feel like you have, like this year, you committed to some heavy, heavy, heavy shadow work, and you did it. And you worked on that. And I think this is a lot of that coming up and coming out, which is perfect and perfectly timed as you step into this new year. So honestly, let it flow. Seriously. Let it flow, because all of that, I'm going to be like really sappy here. Those tears will water your garden for 2024. And you're going to make me cry now too. But yeah. All right. Jeannie Mnuchin. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I have 3 students who might sign up for my class. I need a small group of at least 4 or 5. Am I likely to have that? I was told to come on the first day to gather interest. Should I bring a life-size puppet to hand out flyers about the class? I'm loving this. The extremely tall one or the slightly shorter one with the cape, or go as myself and talk to the students? Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year to you, and thank you, thank you. And are my lesson plans still good given a smaller group? Okay, so first of all, are you likely to get at least 4 or 5 kids? Yeah, I think you might get more. You might get like 8 or 9. So it's okay. Should you bring a life-size puppet? And I would say if you're going to do that, definitely clear it with the office to make sure it's going to be okay with them. Should you bring a life-size puppet? Oh, heck to the yeah! Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. I'm not finished with you, Jeannie. I'm not finished. We have more to get through, but I just have to say, Melissa says thank you. I won't cry at StaarCon, I promise. Oh, we might cry at StaarCon in all the best possible ways. There's definitely some classes that are going to do some deep healing, so never say never. but we're going to laugh at StaarCon too. All right. All right, so now, so we like the puppet. If the school says the puppet's okay, the life-size puppet we like. So the extremely tall one or the shorter one with the cape? Let's see. Extremely tall one is good. Shorter one with the, oh, why go short when you can go tall? Extremely tall one, please. And are the lesson plans going to be good regardless of the size? Yeah, this is not your first day, Jeannie. You will know if you've got a 5-person group versus a 10-person group, and it could be either, but I'm thinking it's going to be more. You know how to adjust on the fly. You're going to be fine. This is going to be great. All right. Who's next? Joanne Ellis. So, good to see you. Thanks for being here. On Saturdays, of course, we do specific questions, which yours is not, so I will supply the question, which is, what do you need to know about 2024? Let's do that for you, Joanne, and thank you so much for being here, and Happy New Year to you. So what you need to know is 2024 is your year of being in charge. You will have enough of what you need. Time, money, energy. Will you have a surplus? Probably not. Will you have enough? Yes, indeed. Be clear about your direction, your decisions, the things that matter to you, and know that you can do a lot to create the life that you want to have in this coming year. All right. Rose, so good to see you. Oh my gosh, I skipped you yesterday. That's terrible. That's terrible. Thank you for your forgiveness. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Unfortunately, it does happen. So I'm going to do a wrap-up card for the year for you. And, of course, the question. Yes, absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Okay, so your wrap-up card for the year, and since we are now on Saturday, I reserve the right to give you more than one card if I find it necessary. All right, so your wrap-up card for the year, for 2023, Rose, the 9 of Cups reversed, where I feel like you did a lot of thinking about what's going on in my life that I do not want to continue. And it's not even how can I make changes, it's figuring out what would you change if you could. And I think you did a lot of work with that in this year, and you did a metric ton load of healing this year. So great job this year, and it sets you up for 2024 really well. And I'm going to look at that, and then I'll look at your question because I think I owe you just a minute. So when we look at your 2024, you're going to really be busy this year, and it's going to be about coming at the year with a healed heart, with an open heart, a lot of opportunity for good things in this year. Now, how can you help DH? There is some history here. Either some history for you in these kinds of situations or some history in this relationship where there is already some contract about how you help each other. The thing is, you have knowledge and practical ability in something that DH is working to learn, do, or build. And so I think there are practical ways you can help. I also think that you can be a good sounding board. You can help with understanding. You can help with, yeah, that's a good idea. No, I'm not sure how that's going to work. So you can be that person too. All right. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. And again, so sorry I missed you yesterday. All right. Next up, oh, Joanne Ellis, you got a job interview on Tuesday. That's cool. Let me just do a quick card on that for you. Adrija Roy, you are up next, so stand by. So Joanne, for your job interview on Tuesday, just make sure that you have all the paperwork and all the things you're supposed to have for that interview. But I think there's a really good chance that this could go well. So good luck. It feels good. All right. Adrija Roy, thanks for your patience. So good to see you. This is interesting. I have this feeling that M might be hitting on S, and S is Adrija's love interest, just for everyone who's like keeping the math on this. M is a friend, S is the love interest, or possibly the other way around. Ew. Is there anything to be concerned about, or is this just in my head? Great question. Let's take a look. Okay. Is M interested in S? No, I do not think that, well, M has a way, okay? This is M's energy sometimes. M has a way this way. Do I think M would actually try to get with S, knowing the situation? You know, my first thought was no, but my second thought was, depends on the situation. Should you be worried that M is not a loyal friend to you? I think M really does care about you, would never want to hurt you, would never want to like try to steal a dude from you. But I also think M has this very, I don't know if it's a natural behavior or a learned behavior, but there is this behavior vis-a-vis men that this person almost has no control over. So there's that. In terms of S toward M, S, I think, is trying to be gracious, but I don't know. No, I don't think S is doing that. And you didn't ask this, but I'm here and you know I'm super curious. So S toward you, like, I think S does not want to piss you off here. I think S is worried about this and is just trying to keep everything cool. So should you be concerned about something between M and S? I don't think so, but I understand why you asked the question. I don't think there's a real chemistry there. I don't think there's a real energy there. I think S is just trying to keep everybody happy, and M has this way. That's how I see it. Good luck. All right. All right, next question is Laura T. Laura, thank you for being a member. We appreciate you. Thanks for using members only emojis. And thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. What tarot card energy can I use to boost me? So that's so interesting. That's a great question. I love it. Let's pull a card and see what comes up. Ten of Cups. And this is an interesting one because I know there are ways where you feel like you have not had this energy in your life the way you want it. But the thing is, you are a person who has so much love in your heart. And you have those in spirit who give you so much love and so much support. So the Ten of Cups, recognizing, A, it is never too late to create the happiness you're looking for. B, the happiness you're looking for will be yours. C, and maybe right now, most importantly, love is all around you and all within you. And that is a deeply magical power that can boost you in so many ways. How about that? Lisa, I wish everyone a healthy, happy, and prosperous new year. Right back at you. Thank you so much. And again, thank you for being a member and thanks for helping out with the super chat. Really appreciate it. Okay. So this is so interesting. Lisa Harmon, what do I need to know to stay on course and not meander every which way? What's wrong with meandering every which way, I wonder? Well, let's see. Now I just really want to dig into this. And what is the course? What is the course? I'm so curious. Let's find out. The course is always about healing. And sometimes when you are meandering every which way, you don't realize it, but you really are bringing yourself back to the center, which is the healing. So don't shame yourself for meandering because sometimes that meandering is necessary. However, there are times when I agree that we all need to be able to stay on course and not be distracted by the shiny objects or the squirrels or the squirrel. Right, we don't want to do that. So when that is a problem for you, Lisa, what can you do? Not be angry with yourself. I feel like this is a place where you can do a lot of self-anger and self-criticism. And I feel like when you're distracted, what you probably need to do is figure out what it is, whether the distraction is something that needs your attention, whether you're having a hard time focusing on the task at hand because of the task at hand or because of something else. I think rather than shaming yourself, what you want to do is say, okay, I'm distracted. Why? What do I need to do and how can I fix it? Rather than bringing in shame, anger, or frustration. I think that would help in a lot of ways. Okay. All right, so Diana Price, you're up next. Thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you. Our holiday hiatus continues for classes, but my teacher is live. I have 150 plus pages on Chiron, but I have an idea blending with another sign and tarot for another book. Do I continue with Chiron or go with the new idea, which is a much bigger project, or do I do them both simultaneously? I understand these kinds of problems. They're good kinds of problems to have, but I get it. So continue with Chiron, which is a good project. This is a really good project. Okay. The new idea. The new idea is a good project, but here's what you do. It's first one, then the other. Write down all the notes and the things you need to remember about the bigger project so that you feel satisfied that you've got a base to go back to. Then put it away, finish Chiron, then do the bigger project. So you end up doing both. Record the exciting notes right now for the bigger project, finish Chiron, then the big project. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yolanda, it is so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you for being my friend. Well, thank you for being my friend. Starting a new job next week. So exciting. Any warnings, suggestions, or happy results? Well, that sounds like a 3-card spread right there. I think you just invented a 3-card spread. All right. So, the warning, the suggestion, and the happy result. All right. So notice we've got like the 9 of Wands reversed, the 10 of Wands reversed, and then we also have 2 9s. So these cards really do connect with each other quite a bit. And that we've got a 10 and 2 9s. This does feel like there's a higher level energy here, which is good. So, the warnings. Just because people at work are friendly, do not think that they are your friends. Be friendly with everyone, but, pay attention to what's going on so you can really get the energy of what's going on. Suggestions. Be happy in the work you're doing. Be happy about what's going on. Enjoy the work. Happy results. I feel like, starting this new career has really been like almost a double whammy in that there is the doing the actual work, but then there's also like dealing with the workplace, which is its own thing. I think the happy result is you will learn that you enjoy the work and you will learn how to not let the workplace take away from the enjoyment of the work. All right. Ashley, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. I would like to know, will my Rottweiler go to a good home and will I have a better 2024? All right. Okay, Diana, thanks so much. Take care. Okay. So, will your Rottweiler go to a good home? And I know this is a sad story, but yes, this is going to be a sad story with a happy ending. And will you have a better 2024? There are some things that have made 2023 and prior years difficult that are still with you. And so I think in 2024, you're going to have the power to really look at, what are the things that are in my life that aren't serving me? And how can I fix these things? That will create significant change for you, which will create a lot of hard work. But will 2024 be a better year? It will be a year that leads you to something better. This I am sure of, and that's a good thing. All right, George, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. What is your ex-husband thinking about you? Let's take a look and see. I honestly feel like he hopes that you can start a new life and just leave him alone. He doesn't want a responsibility for you. He doesn't want to deal with you. He does wish you sort of well in your new life and hopes that happens for you. So that's something. Mariana, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, I'm not quite, I think I'm understanding your question. There's a word there that didn't come across right, but I'm going to do my best with it. Any problems, and could you be denied? This thing that you're doing, which for me reads prethinks, and I don't know what that could be. I can't figure it out. But I don't really need to know because you know. So I say no problems. Whatever it is, I think it's going to be good. I think it's okay. Okay, Emily Leonia, hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you so much for your kind words. So the next 3 months, romantically and financially for you, let's take a look. Okay, financially, I think it's going to take a minute. It's not going to be quick, but there will be improvement over the course of these 3 months, and you will find some steps that you can take to create that improvement. When it comes to love, there has been some hurt or worry or anxiety in the past that still sticks with you, and it gets in the way of your relationships. I think you're going to find a way to fix that, even in the next 3 months, and I encourage you to do so. Hey, Febborn, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Happy New Year. I love this question. What should I look forward to relationship-wise? I think you should look forward to real healing from the past and recognizing that it is safe to be in a relationship. That if you choose a relationship that is hurtful rather than helpful, you can walk away. So recognizing your safety in a relationship, recognizing your agency and your ability to make choices, and choosing a relationship that is really supportive for both people, where you support each other and help each other. That's what I see. Nalini Kalu, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member, and thanks for using members-only emojis. We appreciate you. This is an interesting question. Will I be moving back or closer to South Florida this year? Well, I can tell you South Florida would really like to have you. Let's see. I think it's certainly on your mind and you're figuring out how to do it. I think you're worried about it. And I think, it feels like it's coming to a more expensive place to live. And so that's hard too. It's like gotten more expensive since you left. But I also think it's where your heart is and it's where you want to do, where you want to be and what you want to do. I think it's going to take a minute to figure it out, but I think you can do it. I really do. And I think, maybe it's a good idea. I like it. Worth exploration. That's what I'm going to say. All right. Karen Hendershot, my friend. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I'm sorry to see this. My goodness. Good afternoon and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. I've been extremely unwell. I am so sorry. And in and out of the hospital. My goodness. So many healthcare providers. Will they be able to figure out what's going on and heal me soon? Oh, my goodness gracious, I am so sorry you're going through this. What is this? They are working on it. They really are working on it. And I think they are like stabilizing you. Like I think they're keeping you from getting worse, which is good. And the thing is, it may be more than one thing. They seem really confused, but they will find an answer. Give it time, be patient. I know how hard that is. I think they are helping you. I think they will find an answer. It will take time. And you may get some answers that turn out not to be answers. We think it's this, but no, it's not. So just ride with it. And, you know, there is this question at the end of the day. They figure out what it is. But, you know, figuring out what it is and figuring out how to make it go away are two entirely different things. Like, what does this mean in the long run? I think the outlook is relatively optimistic. It's going to take a minute to figure it out, but once they do, I think it'll be okay. I do. Keep me posted and know that, you know, I'll be burning candles for you and all the good things. You know that. All right, Santiago, good to see you. Thanks for being here. What can I expect in regards of love this 2024? I'm gay and single. So what we would hope, I'm assuming by the end of 2024 that you would be gay and not single, right? Maybe? Let's take a look and see what we see. The thing is, I feel like you have been either fearing a relationship. Like, here's the thing. I think you want a committed relationship, but you fear it. I also think you worry that it's not possible, that you can't find someone. So I feel like you have a lot of internal biases, probably having to do with your orientation, and shade that you've gotten from other people about that, you know, cultural issues, whatever. I feel like if you can just heal from that and be open, you could really find a great partner this year. So be open. Hey, Von Ray, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you. I've been really enjoying you on TikTok recently too, I have to say. I secured an apartment, good. However, I really wanted the larger unit. I've been stalking the website for pricing, but it's still more than I want to spend. Will there be one available I can switch to? Right, have you noticed apartment prices in Florida are like so fluctuating? Oh my gosh, it's true. You know, they keep dropping, which is good because they inflated to, you know, an artificially high amount, which has been, you know, terrible. So, will there be one you can switch into? I'm going to say potentially yes, but not immediately. Like, you'll go into the smaller unit and then you'll watch, and then you'll switch, maybe 3 months in. That's what I think. Oh, Karen. So many tests and no definitive answers yet. I keep hearing, could be this, could be that other thing. At least I've lost a lot of weight. Well, yeah. Which is, I mean, I get it. I get it. Oh, there is that. Goodness gracious. Definitely keep me posted on that, Karen. You'll be on my energetic radar for a while now. All right, Michelle F. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I'm feeling kind of meh and not very excited about my New Year's Eve plans. I'm sorry. Is there anything the universe wants me to know as I dig deeper to figure out why I feel like this? Well, let's look at your New Year's Eve plans. Are your New Year's Eve plans lame? Let's look. Your New Year's Eve plans are not lame. They're fine. They're fine. Why are you feeling unexcited about it? I think because you're not really in celebration mode. I feel like you're still like in work mode, got to do this mode, got to do that mode. You are in logistical mode and thinking about logistics. I think you need to, well, let's see. I have a thought, but let me make sure I'm right. Yeah. Well, I think one of two things could be true. I'm sticking with the idea you're just not in that celebration mode. And so what I was going to say is I think you just need to put yourself into celebration mode. But then I'm like, is that the right thing if you're not feeling it? And then I look and I'm like, well, you have to do one or the other thing. Either you have to say, you know what? I'm just not feeling this year, and I'm going to honor that, and I'm instead going to spend this time doing something that just feels good for me. Or you can just put yourself into celebration mode and go celebrate whatever your plans are and do that. Now, is there a part of you that's looking for better plans, more spectacular plans? Is that a possibility? I don't think so. I think it's the plans you have or something more on your own. But I don't think that there is like a deeper thing going on here, except that it has been a year where you have been in like logistical focus mode 24/7. And I think it's hard to turn that off. That's what I think. Let me know what you think. All right. Teresa, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members only emojis. Okay, heavy decision, 2 weeks to choose. Let's go. Here we are. I'm having great difficulty deciding which master's program to pursue, and it's giving me so much anxiety. May I have insight on choosing option 1, 2, or 3, please? I love that you've done this because I can't ring in on anything other than what the cards say, right? 1, 2, or 3. Okay. And I think we have to look at this through a number of different lenses. Because there's like the schooling experience, there's that lens, but then there's also the lens of like where it's going to take you career-wise, overall satisfaction, you know. So here's how we're going to do it in the interest of time. I could take an hour on this one, and y'all don't want me to do that. So in the interest of time, I am going to ask Teresa's higher self to project to her future. And this is going to be a reading on which of these 3 programs will make future Teresa the happiest, right? Can't go wrong with that. That way I can do it pretty much in 3 cards. Here we go. Option 1, option 2, option 3. Look at that. We have a clear winner. I like option 2 is my very favorite. Option 2. If for some reason option 2 doesn't feel right, I think it's back to the drawing board entirely. Either of these other 2 options are okay, but this is so much better. So I like option 2. Let me know what you think. Oh, Dr. Aled, Robin Renee, who, by the way, is the person who gave me the name Your Tarot Fairy Godmother. So we owe her a lot. You are literally, Dr. Aled is an academic advisor. That is literally what she does. So y'all, if you want to hook up and have a conversation, please do. All right. And good to see you, Robin Renee. Glad you're here. Right, you love that they were all wands, right? That was a fun reading, wasn't it? Yes, yes, yes. Kanchan Verma, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. I don't know why. Today, I'm not feeling good. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's a little PTSD or weird emotion surfacing. What's happening to my energy? Trying to find answers. What do you see? I'm so sorry you're going through that. And I feel like there's what's causing it, but also what you could do to feel better. We maybe need to look at that too. So let's take a look. What's causing it? You know, it's interesting. The journey to figure this out, this is probably deep and important. And it's about your worthiness. It's about your sense of self-esteem. It's about self-love, knowing that you are worthy of love. It's about honoring your intelligence. It's about all of these things. And we've had these conversations over time, I think. So I do think you need to do this dive. And this could be the thing that gets you to the place where you become unshakable. And unshakable is really what you need to be. I mean, no, none of us is completely unshakable, but for the most part. Now, how can you feel better right now this minute? By looking in the mirror and recognizing how good you are, by speaking kind words to yourself. I really, in a way, and I'm not trying to be fluffy about something that feels really bad, but when we don't love ourselves and honor ourselves, it does feel really bad. So there you are. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Teresa, I love the way you reframed the question, and option 2 has been what's really standing out for me. Yes, good, we're all on the same page. Fabulous. All right. Martha Vink, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. We appreciate you. I think most of you know that Martha Vink is one of my oldest living friends on the planet. If not, I had a loss this year. So I think Martha is one of my 2 oldest living friends on this planet. And I mean most long-standing. I don't mean oldest, like been on the planet longest. I mean most long-standing. We met when I was 14. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, will 2024 be when I finally take my possibly 2-month sabbatical? You and I have been talking about this for years. Oh my gosh, that I've put off for years. What time of year would be best to do that? It can be up to 6 months, but I don't want to take that long away from work. Is 2 months good? Let's take a look. Okay. So, because you've been thinking about this sabbatical for a long time, I think we have to really look at what's the purpose of the sabbatical? And the purpose of the sabbatical, I think, is about remembering who you are and figuring out how you are going to be who you are going forward, right? I mean, I think it is that simple. There it is. So, is 2 months enough for that? Seems so. Should I try to talk you into more? I think 2 months is good. I think that feels good. And what time of year would be best to do that? Okay, so 2024. I feel like you can, I don't feel like for the purposes of your sabbatical, there's a particular time you can do what feels best there. Thinking about what's best for your church, thinking about what's best for you, what's best for everybody, you can do that, but I do think you should do it this year, yes. All right, and here we go. Dr. Aled, Robin Renee, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. What is the best time to leave my job, and when will I find something I enjoy? You would like to leave your job yesterday at 5 o'clock. So the closest to that number that you can find is going to be the best. Basically as soon as you possibly can, in a way that logistically makes sense, is where we're at right now. When will you find something that you actually enjoy? The thing is, I feel like you're closer to that than you realize, and it will be through someone or something that you're involved in now. Someone you already know, someone you're working with, someone that you know now. You're closer to it than you realize. Cassandra, so good to see you. Cassandra Revelta, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I would like to ask about my little brother, Thomas. So this is fun. I don't think I know Thomas. How's he doing? He's the youngest, doesn't communicate much with us, but is possibly going through a transition of sorts. Let's take a look. How's Thomas? He is a little stuck. He'll be okay. He'll be fine. And in fact, this transition is good for him. There's things going on here that will help him going forward. So while I do recognize that there's some difficulty here, I do see we're moving toward improvement. Oh, Martha, thank you for that feedback. And I haven't actually seen her yet, but I'm seeing everyone saying happy birthday to Baby Cakes. Oh my gosh, happy birthday, Baby Cakes. We appreciate you so much. Oh, and Dr. Aled, Robin, love you too, Robin Renee. Okay. 64 Amy Penn. I have an interview on Thursday. How will it go? I feel like the communication will be a little bit difficult. So you want to be like really intuitive and really open to hearing what the interviewer is saying so that you can answer appropriately. I just feel like the interviewer is not going to be a great communicator, but you have a good chance at the job nonetheless. Oh, here you are, baby cakes. I was just talking about you. Happy birthday to you. Goodness gracious. I was just thinking the other day, how many Capricorns I know and love. May I have a card for my birthday? Yes. Okay, we'll do that first. Here is your birthday card. Ha! I love it. You can't make this up. I did pull this at random. 10 of Cups. There's your birthday card. It's love. It's money. It's all things good. It's happiness. It's happiness in your home and in your life. Happy birthday. That's what you get for your birthday. Yay. What is this new year going to bring me in terms of career and relationship, right? Exactly, exactly that thing. Let's take a look at that card with your birthday. Oh, and there's your new job. I know you've been going through it, and I feel like you've been going through it since the summer. It's been a while, baby cakes. Although you did get to have that great trip. But, I think this is the year, man. Love and money. Love and a job. Both. Both of them, and I think the job sooner rather than later. So, it's coming. And again, happy birthday. Mediha Ness, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Oh, I just saw the fundraiser for Amy. Which last name does she prefer? So when Amy first came into this community, she was Amy Mauser. That was her married name. When she got divorced, she took a new name, which is Emberheart. So that is her name now. And thanks for seeing that. She is going through it, friends. She will be presenting at StaarCon virtually. The title of her presentation is something like Tarot for Yourself When You Feel Like Crap. So, teach what you know, right? That's, she's going through it. And yes, we're doing a GoFundMe for her. She really needs it. And I put the link up in the community tab. Thank you so much for that. All right. Next question is Mixuir. Michelle, good to see you. I've been pondering my next move work-wise. I'm wondering if the industry I'm thinking of at the moment is the right one. If so, what do I need to know about timing, finding something, etc.? And Happy New Year to you as well. All right, here we go. Is this thing you're thinking about the right one? It's an opportunity. There is definitely an opportunity here. Now, I'm not saying it's the only opportunity for you, but it's a good one. If you pursue this opportunity, you'll have to be secure in yourself and you'll have to figure out a lot of the ins and outs. There's logistics and things you do not know. It will be hard work to pursue this, but I think it would be worth it. I think it would be good. I like it. I like it. So I think right now there's a lot here about fact-finding. I think I'm sending you off on a fact-finding mission now. You go do that. All right. Gianna, good to see you. You're up next, and thank you so much for the super chat. That was very kind. And I just overscrolled. Please give me a minute to find you again. There you go. Gotcha. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear you're going through this. What is the reason I'm suddenly having panic attacks and phobias, and how do I get my life back? I see a therapist regularly, and I'm also a regular meditator, and I keep my life as stress-free as possible. Word. And yet I'm struggling to do normal things. Am I just too comfortable working from home now that going out is scary? Is it changing hormones? Is it that I need better relationships with others? Would love to know what the cards say. And first of all, obviously, I have to say the disclaimer, although I think you know it. Not a doctor, not a psychiatrist, not a therapist, blah, blah, blah. There's the disclaimer. And I'm glad you are seeing a therapist. So let's take a look. Give me a minute. I have a theory. I think you always had some tendency toward anxiety. There was always some tendency toward this. It was this big and now it's like really, really, really big, but it was always there. And I think the reason it has gotten bigger now, I do think it has, in a way, yes. Like when you said, am I just too comfortable working from home that now going out is scary? The first part of that is the correct part. So here's how I see it. Run it by your therapist, see if it holds any weight, see if it makes any sense. I feel like your life right now is actually pretty good. Like better than it has been at other times, and you've worked hard to create it that way. And so you're like, and so now why do I feel like crap? Because like the rest of us, you've got the traumas, the hurts, the upsets that are with you, that you carry with you. And you haven't really had time or space to deal with them. And now that you have time and space, they're like, hello, here we are. Unrecognized childhood trauma here to see you in the form of a panic attack, in the form of phobias, all of those things. My thought would be work with your therapist to figure out what those things are. And honestly, if it turns out that you really are dealing with these traumas, recognized or unrecognized, I'm going to say consider EMDR or talk to your therapist about the possibility of that. It helps a lot of people. And you had also mentioned two other things. Changing hormones, how much of a factor? I mean, I think that's always a factor, but I don't really want to make it be about that. And better relationships with others. I wasn't thinking that you had like lousy relationships with others. I think you've gotten much better at setting boundaries. And honestly, if you have relationships, and I'm saying this to everyone now, if you're getting good at setting boundaries and you set boundaries with people and then suddenly they don't like you, they were never your friends to begin with. Just saying. So let me know what you think about that. Okay. Here we go. Vaishali, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Happy New Year to you. This year has been about learning lessons for me. What should I be careful about in 2024? Friends. You should be careful about friends. The friends you have that are good friends, you should nurture them, love them, all of that. The people that you think you want to be friends with, but really probably aren't worth it, try to figure out who that is and don't waste time on people who aren't worth it. And the people who are trying to be your friends just so they can gain benefit from that, none of that. So nurturing great friendships and everyone else can stay to the side. That's a good focus for this year. Oh, Gianna, thank you for that feedback. Amen. You are so right on with everything. I thank you. Good. I'm glad that resonated. I wanted to make sure, so thank you. Rosemarie, so good to see you. Thanks for being here and thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you. My daughter is expecting something very important in the mail. It was mailed 12/22 from Florida, and we're in Atlanta. Did someone take it or is it just late? So as one in Florida, I will say the mail here is very Floridian. I'm just going to say that. So let's see. Will it arrive? I think it will. I think it's the holidays and it's Florida. I think it will arrive. All right. Oh my gosh, Nalini, as regards Mercury retrograde, this is hilarious. I'm going to read it in just a minute. Baby Cakes, you're back. Yes, I did do your reading and you're going to like it. Happy birthday. You're going to like it. All right. So regarding Mercury retrograde from Nalini, my ex-boyfriend that I haven't seen in about 19 years messaged me saying he loves me. He does this from time to time when he's drunk. My ex-husband that I haven't seen in 1 1/5 years is also asking if I'm dating, even though he's in a relationship living with someone. Y'all saw that TikTok video I did, block your ex so he can't call you? December's when he'll crawl back to you? Yeah, and Mercury retrograde makes it worse. Oh my gosh. Everyone, let Nalini be a cautionary tale for us all. Mercury retrograde can be dangerous for many reasons. Good job saying no, Nalini. Well done. All right. Janine Barnes, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Will I leave my job or move house this year? Well, let's see. Your job this year. There's nothing here that says that you will leave your job, although there could be a promotion. So I guess sort of. And moving house, that could happen, and it could be, I mean, moving is often unpleasant, but it could end up well. So yeah, maybe. I do think work will be good for you this year, though. I do have to say that. Hey, Cassandra. Okay. Mom, Raquel, thank you. Wishes you a Happy New Year. Well, Happy New Year to you, Raquel. And wants to ask, if I request an elementary grade, would my job switch me for next school year? Tired of middle school. All right. Let's see. Would they? 6 of one, half a dozen of another. There's maybe yes, maybe no. But I'm going to say this. There's no harm in asking. You can absolutely ask. One second. Yeah, Janine, if I said 2023, I also meant 2024. We're going to be writing that for the next month anyway. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. So, Cassandra, reading for Raquel. Here's the thing. If there's no harm in asking. You might as well ask. But 50-50 whether they're going to do it. And I can guarantee you this much. They're not going to do it to please her. If they happen to have an opening where they could use her skills, and if they can replace her in the middle school, they'll do it happily for them. They won't do anything to please her, though. So that's why I say 50-50. And that's not to say they don't value her. It's just to say, like, doing the schedule for them is really, really hard, and fitting people into the right spots is really, really hard, and so they don't feel like they can accommodate. All right. Oh, Rose, thank you so much for this feedback. Great reading, true about the year, looking forward to next year, but it was a good year and I'm appreciative for it. I joined your tarot community. Well, you know, one of the things for me, 2023, one of the best things about this year for me has been the growth of this community. So thank you. Thank you. Claire C., good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Will everything go well with my new car? So, congratulations. I'd love to know what you're getting. That's exciting. Let's see. Yeah, I'm thrilled. This is great. Like, what could be better, man? The Fool's out for an expedition. This is fabulous. Yes, I'm so excited. Very good. Oh, Lisa Harmon, thank you for that feedback. That makes sense. Diana, thank you for your feedback. Betty Flesher, your question is next. This year I intend to really focus on and get to know my spirit guides on a more personal level. I love that. What can you tell me about them? Oh, they are so funny. They're like, it's about time. It's about time. They've just been waiting. They're like, when's she going to show up? We're waiting. It's like you've been having phone conversations all this time and they want you to come have dinner with them. And some of them are animals or are deities or spirits that are related to animals in some way. Interestingly, we have a really great workshop at StaarCon about our animal guides. That could be very helpful. Oh, Martha Vinks, thank you so much for the generous super chat. Very glad to be one of your oldest friends. Well, I mean, it's true, you know, because your friends are your story keepers, right? And as we get older, we don't keep all of our friends. Sometimes they pass away. Sometimes we lose touch for whatever reason. And so you lose your story keepers. And so I'm very grateful to be a story keeper for you and have you be a story keeper for me. Absolutely. All right. Martha, speaking of, here's an extra question you don't need to answer if you don't have time. A small white feather just floated past my kitchen window. Which of my dear ones on the other side sent it? I know it's your dad. I don't even have to look. I know it's your dad. I know it's Hal. I know. Hey, Julia Bonesteel, so happy to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Wonderful to see you. Just a couple of weeks until StaarCon. I see your question and we'll absolutely get to it. Can't wait to see you at StaarCon. So happy you're coming. All right. So hang on one second here. Who is up next? Oh, Michelle, that made sense. Good. Jackie Masters, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Looking forward to seeing you at StaarCon. What will the next 3 months bring me in the area of work, career, and finances? There are changes happening at my place of work, and I'm considering a change of direction. A suggestion keeps being suggested to me by many different people, and I'm considering exploring this. Would this be beneficial to me and others? All right, here we go. The suggestion that is being suggested is worth exploring. I'm not sure that it's going to turn out to be the right thing in the long run, but I do think you need to explore it and figure it out for yourself one way or the other. Now, when we look at the next 3 months, you're going to get clearer in these next 3 months on what that change of direction should be. There is a change of direction. We're not exactly sure what it is yet, but you've got some ideas, and within the next 3 months, you'll get clearer on it, I promise. Okay. Betty, this is a great suggestion. We'll do it in February. A refresher class on how to phrase questions or rephrase someone's questions. Yeah. We'll do that in February. It's a great idea. Oh, this is interesting. This is an interesting question. Hang on a minute. Barbie Bird, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Do opposites really attract? I started talking to someone. I'm curious what the cards have to say about M. So, do opposites attract? Yes, but when we start a relationship, the first thing we do is look for the similarities that we have with another person. So, it's both. But here we go. And Barbie, thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. You started talking to someone. What can we see about this? Okay. M is definitely interested. I can tell you that. I can tell you that M is probably capable of a reciprocal relationship, probably. But that M, like you've started talking, and I feel like M is not necessarily comfortable with like full communication. There's still a lot you don't know and have not learned. Give it time to get to know this person. This is one of those people that will unfold slowly over time. So get to know this person. Do I think that there is potential here? I think this is at least a worthy conversation, and there is some potential, yes. So you're going to keep us posted on that. We're excited. All right. Scorpio 1180. I'm a Scorpio too. Nice to see you. I know you're not a medical professional. Thank you. But can I ask, will the neurologist be able to help me get my migraines under control rather quickly? I am so sorry you're going through that. That's horrible. Actually, yes. I think you're on a good path here, and I think you'll be on top of it. Yes. Okay, Mix You Here, I think you're on to something good. That's good. Joyous Ocean, we're looking forward to seeing you at StaarCon. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. What is abundant for me in 2024? Intimate relationship, prosperity for my business, find a job. I know what I focus on grows, but I get distracted. All right, well, let's look. Intimate relationship, potentially, yes. Prosperity from your business? Always, yes. An actual job? Not if you can help it. If you need one, sure, but if you can do without one, good. Oh, Raquel, thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you for being a member. Sorry I said kind of mean things about your employers, but I mean, you knew that. Thank you for being here, and just thank you for being so kind. That is a very generous contribution, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, Barbie Bird, I don't see any reason why not to lean in at this point. I mean, obviously, what do we know about relationships? First 6 months don't really count, which is funny because I moved in with IT John probably 8 weeks in, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, slow burn, go for it, for sure. All right, let's see what's next. Okay, just scrolling through. Oh gosh, you had an X come up on you as well, Joyous Ocean. That's hilarious. Oh, Jackie, thanks for that. That makes sense. Okay, Julia Bonastile, your question is next. How to help your friend Walter. And again, thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. Speak the truth. Give him practical advice. And call him on his BS when he needs it, but also be loving. All of those things. All right, so let's see. From my perspective, I have come to the end of the questions. And before we say goodbye, okay, first of all, if I accidentally skipped you, let me know. Give me your question. If you're here and have not asked a question, let me know. But before we go, I want to talk about StaarCon for a moment. And since we've got IT John here, I want to talk about the StaarCon website. You can go to the StaarCon website simply by going to StaarCon.com. And when you go to the StaarCon website, this is what you will see. You won't see my face talking to you. You will see all of us there dining together at, that's not all of StaarCon, that was just who I was dining with that particular night. But you see how much fun we have at StaarCon. You can just, go ahead and scroll through there and show us what we got. You can go to this website. You can see the actual program. You can see the agenda. You can read about it, and you can purchase tickets. And you can discover that you can join us at StaarCon for $10. You can join us at StaarCon for $500. There's a lot of ways to join us at StaarCon. And it's all right here at StaarCon.com. StaarCon.com. So check that out. If you have any questions, reach out. I want to thank you all so much. Oh, Ashley, I thought I got to you. I thought I did, but go ahead and reiterate. And then I'll know if I got to you or not. If I know I got to you, then I'll just tell you to watch the replay. And if I didn't, I'll do it. Anyone else? It is last call for readings, y'all. While I'm checking in with Ashley and waiting for anybody else. So Martha, this is funny. Wish I could join you at StaarCon. Maybe next year. May it be a fantastic time for all of you. It reminds me of camp. So Martha and I met at Camp Quinnipiac, which is a United Methodist summer camp. It's a really beautiful place on Shelter Island, on Long Island. That's where we met. And yes, tarot conferences are a heck of a lot like summer camp. Absolutely. So I'm still looking for Ashley to come back, and I'm going to go ahead and just scroll through and see if I see, because I think I did get you, but I'll look and see. And, here we are. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. Oh, yes, I did. I absolutely did, Ashley. And if I remember, the Rottweiler will absolutely find a great home, and 2024 will set you up for a great future. That's, you can watch the replay, but I think that's pretty much what it was. All right, so, ready for a new year? Remember that when we say Happy New Year, we are all doing magic, and think about that. That when you wish it for yourself, when you wish it for others, let's wish it for the whole planet. I want to thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for the super chats, the super stickers. Thanks to the members, the moderators. Angelic Michelle, you're back and you're a member again. Oh my gosh, thank you for rejoining. Really, really appreciate you. Yes, you're late, But if you have a question, shoot me an email and I'll do it because I'm really glad that you rejoined. Thank you so much. It's so good to see all of you. Happy New Year. I will be back for Global Tarot Circle next week. We will see you soon. Thank you so much. And thank you, IT John. Everyone's saying hi, IT John, and so excited for StaarCon. Perfect. Thank you so much. We will see you soon.